Well, you join me in Hobart, Tasmania today, starting a new video. I've been hooning about in this Daihatsu. You might be forgiven for thinking that all cars in Tasmania are Daihatsus. I've encountered a lot of them, but yeah, this thing, absolute right. You're going to love the video on it. You may already have seen it, I don't know. Everything's falling slightly out of sequence, but I've paused here because the view is absolutely remarkable. That is the city of Hobart, the capital of Tasmania, and just look at it, it's incredible. Very congested down there, not much fun to drive, to be honest, but we came in the other day across the magnificent bridge you might just be able to see down there, and yeah, I'm currently climbing up Mount Wellington, which I'm doing in this hilarious little mirror. It looks like we've still got some way to go, so I might just keep on climbing. Well, here we are, right at the top. Everyone getting their selfies on the edge there, waiting to plunge to their deaths. But yeah, we really are up in the clouds, which is spoiling the view somewhat, but I get the impression that you really do take your chances coming up here. You might get lucky with the weather, you might not. I'm still enjoying the view very much. Oh, I got some sights for you. I'm in New Norfolk, and I came to an antique centre and I found antiques such as this Toyota Crown, this Peugeot 404 Familial that's got 3 rows of seats, Humber Super Snipes, an old Bedford over there. Sadly the 404 seems to have had a bit of a fire in the back, which is a little unfortunate. Over the other side of this magnificent palm tree, there's a Bedford Green Goddess, but this, believe me, this is just the very start. So I'm going to have a quick run around. I'm running low on battery, so I hope I'm going to actually be able to make it around here. Old Fordson tractor, a visiting Morris Minor. That's another Bedford hiding in the bushes. There's modern art. In fact, there's the remains of a Morris Minor there, I can see. Yeah, so a big old Bedford art project. That's like possibly the engine out of it. And yeah, that was a Morris Minor. But check out this old bus. It's got a Detroit V6 diesel engine in the back. It may need a bit of work, this one. But this is a former psychiatric hospital that has been turned into a tat yard, basically. And this is what I've entirely failed to find in Australia so far. But this is probably the most remarkable thing here. It's a Leyland P76 Ute. No idea how they've made it. They didn't make any from the factory, but it's got chassis rails at the back, and quite extraordinary. But there's loads of P76s, all horribly rotten. So these are Leyland's attempt to rival Ford and Holden. Certainly rot like Leyland's, don't they? Here in Australia. And yeah, there we go, Leyland P76. Now, if I haven't published it already, I'm hoping to get my hands on one of these. It's the car I'm most excited about getting my hands on here in Australia. Peugeot 403 over there, as we come to the end of the lineup. But old trucks and stuff down here, an old Bedford TK cab. The rest of it seems to be missing. More old Bedfords, old Volkswagen combis, and we'll just have a quick discussion about windscreen wipers. That one has them set for left-hand drive, but the other two have them set for right-hand drive. And Australia, the only market that had wipers set for right-hand drive on their Volkswagen combis. It's a fascinating fact, and I'm sure you're feeling all the better for now knowing it. That's a big International, old Chevrolet. Forward control-ish wagon. Oh no, it's a Ford. Well, I'm pretty sure it's a Chevrolet design. It looks like an old Holden racing team. Ute. There's definitely seen better days. What we got here? Land Cruiser, early Land Cruiser. I would guess so. Another pair of P76s, some old crane. It's just remarkable. More old tractors, and these are all for sale. You can come and buy these things if you so wish. Well, I don't really know what these are other than utterly amazing. And just when you think things haven't been amazing enough, down here it's the original AC/DC 1973 tour bus. It's just sat here with its lovely wipers, and you can actually climb on board and have a look. There doesn't seem to be any musicians left in here, but there seem to be lots of lovely old features. Old spotlights there, a row of them. Clearly there was some sort of bed in here. The window is slightly open. It's a Hino. There we go, Japanese bus chassis with a 5-speed gearbox, exhaust brake. Just astonishing, absolutely astonishing. I don't even know what that is. It's so far gone. Total Land Cruiser here, last of the Leafers, I think. So yeah, I can't really believe this place. And you know, you'd have thought everything would be smashed up, but no. Someone said stop writing on the truck, but people have been nonetheless, apparently. Another old International. Yeah, it's just absolutely extraordinary here. And Audi A8 looking slightly careworn. Oh, look at this. This is just vehicles that are visiting here at the Willow Court Motel. Subaru Brumby there, a Holden Commodore wagon, early Forester. We've got a Holden Statesman over here, but that's perhaps not as interesting as this Peugeot 604 pickup. It's a Ute. You can tell because it's got the number plate, Ute 604. This is quite extraordinary. If this is a homebrew job, it's been beautifully done. Because that looks like the original saloon window, and it's kind of been sunken into this rear panel. There is a tiny drop down tailgate with some rather simple hinges, but again, that's just remarkable. Oh, note the Ford AU station wagon there, that's lovely. A very sad splitty, and yes, that is a Renault 17. And I must admit, I was tempted until I saw the bubbling. It has gone very typically Renault, unfortunately. A beautiful car. I love the rear styling of these things. So that's quite extraordinary. Yeah, it's just amazing what they've got here. And let's get to the end of this very long truck. A big old Ford. Because they've got a Ford Falcon hearse here. How much do I want that? This is the Falcon that looks quite a lot like a Ford Granada, but I'm told there isn't a shared panel. It's just inspired design. And how? That's a thing of great beauty. There's another couple of Holdens over there of the VT to VZ, no, VT to VY series. I think. And finally, this old truck. The wipers looking a bit sad. It's clearly seen better days, but yeah, absolutely brilliant. Kind of having the best day ever, really. But that's just this remarkable yard here in New Norfolk. It's just amazing. This is what I wanted. I wanted to poke around remarkable stuff like this. I mean, you're a bit reluctant to poke around too much because you don't know what's lurking inside. But again, look at this beautiful sign writing. It's had one heck of a crump up the backside. The old Dodge truck, right-hand drive, of course. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. Oh, I see. It's had a fire. That wasn't very helpful. Well, it looks like it was probably quite rotten anyway, so maybe it wasn't the greatest loss. But yeah, it's now closed, so we can't go and poke around at the antiques inside, but we can check out this remarkable coupe and its saw blade wheels. and think that yes, this is a remarkable place after all. Today I'm at the Tasmanian Transport Museum, which has some live steam running today. We'll see that one in action a bit later on. It appears to be running on wood, so that's going to be quite hard work. Just have a quick look at the locomotives they've got here. I've got this one, an old logging truck, which would have run on the old rack and pinion system along a third rail. That's an Australian B-type Climax, built in 1923. Yeah, got a nice range of locomotives, not all operational. This H-class is enormous. That's a fair amount of driven wheels, I would say. This one also a good size with live electrics. I think you can even go and have a look in the cab of that one. Might do that in a moment when there are less children about. Y class. It's one heck of an engine. Wow, total weight 58 tons. Diesel electric. So that's quite large. And then we've got a smaller DP class. Is there anything in here? Oh yeah, there are further things hiding down there, but I think that's probably today's train. We'll go and have a look. Also got a bus shed here, and this Bedford was the last petrol bus in service here. This is a bus that served until the 70s. It's got a separate row of seats, sorry, a separate door for every row of seats. Pack everyone in. Maintenance vehicle for the overhead wires, and a Leyland National is perhaps the biggest surprise. I wasn't aware they even sold these beauties here, but apparently they did. Apologies for the flickering lights. My camera has no means of stopping it. Yeah, still one of my favourite bus designs, I think, the Leyland National, designed by Giovanni Michelotti. Got a Wolseley rail car here and some very flickery lights, and yeah, ex-Trans Australia Airlines bus. It must have been used for transporting passengers, so it's got a big boot at the end. And this is the first Hino used here in Australia, and fabulous looking thing, I must say. Very interesting roof design. Yeah, quite an interesting spot. Yeah. Also got some fire tenders, triple wiper action on this International Toyota Land Cruiser. Wow. Yeah, response to bushfires, off-road fire tenders. I like. A big old Ford the other side. Very nice to see. Or also trams. We've got a traction engine here. Unfortunately there are children, but I suppose some people have them, don't they? And they should probably be allowed to have fun as well. Here we go, Roby traction engine. That's just joking, by the way. I don't really wish all children would die. Yeah, lovely stuff. Future restoration projects. There are trams and trolley buses. It's nice that some of these are being preserved. Bring back trolley buses, I say. You're allowed on the bus, but not in the cab. I thought you might want to see. As the steam train goes past, we've come out of the museum to look at the car park, and a nice triumvirate of Holdens here. And we've got the Commodore from the late 80s, early 90s here, the later design behind, and you're thinking, but that's a Toyota Corolla. But no, it's a Holden Nova, produced in the badge engineering period, which is quite amusing. But yeah, Holden wagon, as you can see, very stylish. But there's another beauty over here. Yeah, look at this amazing Datsun Sunny estate. They did two different types of estates. One was more a van, straight up at the back, and then this fastback style. Beautiful looking car. It's got the original Datsun Rallyability sticker, because they did do an awful lot of proving in rallies, and it's got a type of grille I don't think we saw in the UK. That's a fantastic spot. I absolutely love it. The car park just keeps on delivering today. Got a Cortina here. It apparently has an alloy head. Which engine it's got I don't know, but you could get these with the big 6. There we go, we've managed to get access under the bonnet. Been bored out to 4.2 litres, big old carburettor on it, and quite handy down the drag strip apparently. If we come over to the other side of the Daihatsus that I'm hanging around with today, look at this Holden Monaro GTS, very Viva-esque rear lights, the HB Viva. The heritage shines through, lovely pantograph wiper action, just the job. And behind me we can still hear the Cortina. That's one feisty Cortina. It is a Tassie Devil, apparently going quite mad, enjoying a captive life. Just in case you haven't had enough Daihatsu in Hobart, this is a Daihatsu handy van with the 2-cylinder engine, straight twin. So we're going to have a quick listen to what that sounds like. But over here next to this Suzuki Super Carry is a partially stripped engine. You can see the 2 pistons go up and down together within it. So water-cooled 4-stroke twin-cylinder engine, and let's have a listen. It's amazing how readily it can overpower the tyres. I mean, I think it's running on 155s or 165s even, but it's just got instant grunts.